Everybody, Sly here, and today I'm going to be doing another reaction video, and this one is from all top fives, and it's called 5 Santa Claus Origin Facts. So, without further ado, let's react. And by the way, Merry Christmas, everybody, and Merry Christmas, all the subscribers who subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let's react.
Hello and welcome to All Top Fives, and a very Merry Christmas to all of you.
Yay.
Traditionally, Santa Claus, or Father Christmas as we fondly know him here in the UK, brings gifts for good children in his sleigh
And in
driven
Canada,
by reindeer.
United States.
He wears an iconic outfit and is portrayed as jolly. But how does this perception differ around the world, and where did some of these traditions come from?
We're going to find out and see.
Number 5.
5.
Saint Nicholas. In the
Saint
4th
Nicholas.
century in Turkey, a Greek Christian bishop known as Saint Nicholas gained fame for his generosity.
Oh, wow.
He often used to give gifts to the poor, even once providing 3 daughters with generous dowries so they didn't have to turn to prostitution.
Ugh.
Nicholas was extremely religious and spent his entire life devoted to his love of Christianity. Over
Wow.
time, Nicholas became patron saint of many groups of people and professions, as well as that of the cities of both Moscow and Amsterdam. His name day was celebrated on the 6th of December throughout the Middle Ages, when children would be given gifts in his honour. This day was eventually moved to the 24th and 25th of December in many places to coincide further with the honouring of other saints, and thus gifts were given at Christmas. One legend of St. Nicholas speaks of an evil butcher who killed 3 young children during a serious famine, curing their meat in a barrel to sell as ham. It was said that St. Nicholas, who was in the area helping the hungry at the time, immediately noticed this deception, and through the power of his prayers, the young boys were resurrected out of the barrel.
Wow.
Indeed, some older nicknames for Santa Claus, still in use today, are St. Nicholas or the jolly old St. Nick. So that's where that came from then.
Wow. Number 4.
Number 4. Odin.
Odin.
Before Christianity became widespread in Europe, the English and Germanic people on the European continent used to celebrate the holiday known as Yule during winter.
Yule.
Some of the traditions of Yule were adapted and incorporated into the legend of St. Nicholas to form an amalgamation known in modern times as Christmas. One Yuletide figurehead was the god Odin, who used to ride a ghostly grey horse through the sky during the Yule period. This has strong similarities to those of Santa Claus, who rides through the sky drawn by reindeer at this time. Odin was said to offer rides on his horse, Sleipnir, which is another form of the gift-giving that we now know as Christmas.
Right.
On top of these parallels, Odin was portrayed as an old man with a long white beard and hair, wearing a unique set of clothes that, although usually blue, wasn't dissimilar to Santa Claus's traditional garb.
Yeah.
This pagan god certainly set a lot of precedents that influenced the more visual aspects of Santa Claus.
Wow.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Dutch folklore.
Dutch folklore.
Getting ever closer to the modern-day Santa
Oh,
Claus,
wow.
the Dutch, even to this
Wow.
day, see a legendary figure known as Sinterklaas as the primary giver of gifts at Christmas. Sinterklaas is based on St. Nicholas, with his celebrations featuring the night before St. Nicholas Day and on the day itself.
Wow.
Sinterklaas is even closer to the image of Santa Claus than Odin, although they share similar features and may even stem from the same concept. Sinterklaas is an elderly man with long white hair and beard. He wears a big red cape, white bishop's garb, and a large red hat or mitre, and rides a white horse called Amerigo, though in
Amerigo.
Belgium he's called Slecht weer vandaag, which means bad weather today.
Bad
He holds
weather
a
today?
book that has the names of all children and whether they've been good or bad over that year, much
Wow.
like Santa's list. Where Santa traditionally has elves, Sinterklaas has a young man called Zwarte Piet, or Black Pete. He's
What?
portrayed by a boy with blackface makeup, something that has gained controversy in recent years, and he listens at houses' chimneys before helping Sinterklaas deliver candy to good children. There are even songs sung about Sinterklaas, and on the 5th of December, children receive a small sack of gifts and chocolate letters from him and Zwarte
I
Piet,
like that.
sometimes with a handwritten note. There are truly some very strong similarities to the modern Santa Claus, especially with the receiving of gifts and the man's attire.
Wow. That's
Number 2.
number 2.
Popular culture.
Popular
As with
culture.
many traditions and holidays, Christmas and Santa Claus have been embraced and, some would say, exploited by the mass media, the commercial sector, and pop culture in general. Probably the most famous of all of these is the Coca-Cola advertising campaign that began in the 1930s. The marketing was so effective that it even spawned the completely false rumour that Coca-Cola invented the modern image of Santa Claus. The truth is that the red and white Santa was around at least 20 years before then. Coca-Cola simply popularised it. Perhaps one of the earliest depictions of the modern-day Santa came from the then anonymous 1823 poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, these days called The Night Before Christmas, which was later attributed to Clement Clarke Moore. It describes St. Nick, or Santa, in detail, describing all the classic Santa Claus features we know today, including his reindeer. This was the first time Santa was portrayed as chubby or even fat, and it's been adopted and retained ever since. The 1947 film Miracle on 34th Street remains a classic and helped to make shopping mall Santas and Santa's grottos even more popular, though this practice first began in 1890 in Massachusetts. Now the process of waiting in a long line to sit on Santa's knee and have a photo taken is the norm for millions of children across the world. Santa Claus is now so integrated into popular culture that it's hard to avoid that red-suited jolly fellow with his white beard and hair every time December comes round.
Wow. Number 1.
Number 1. Father Christmas and Santa Claus. So all these origins and ideas have blended over the generations and distances to form what we now know as the modern-day Santa Claus, or Father Christmas in the UK, though the name really is just the only difference. It's clear that the name St. Nicholas developed into Sinterklaas, which in turn became Santa Claus as it was adopted by the USA in the British and Dutch colonies. On top of poems like A Visit from St. Nicholas, setting the precedent for Santa's appearance and disposition, all sorts of stories and cultures have adapted various aspects of the Santa figurehead, creating a wonderful variety of traditions and rituals celebrated across the world. For example, in the USA and Canada, children leave out a glass of milk and cookies for Santa on Christmas Eve, whereas in the United Kingdom and Australia, he's more commonly given a glass of sherry or a beer, along with mince pies. In Ireland, he may be left Guinness and Christmas pudding, and in Scandinavia, he's likely to receive rice porridge with cinnamon sugar. Even Santa's home changes depending on the nationality of the person you ask. For the USA and the UK, Santa traditionally lives at the North Pole, under the Northern Lights.
Yes.
Canada also claims that his house is at the North Pole, but that it falls under Canadian jurisdiction, and they've applied the postcode H0H0H0, which is a ho-ho-ho reference. Norway, Sweden, Finland and Denmark each claim that Santa resides in their own country. There's so much tradition surrounding Father Christmas that it's impossible to cover all of it in this video, and it'll be interesting to see over the coming decades and centuries how his portrayal and rituals change. Wow. And that's it from All Top 5s for this week. I really hope you've enjoyed this look into the fascinating origins of good old Saint Nick. Whatever the criticisms and controversies surrounding Santa Claus and his recent commercialization, there's no doubt that a lot of goodwill, generosity and joy have come about just because of his legend, and hopefully will continue to do so for generations to come. Let me know if you celebrate anything a bit differently in your household by writing in the comments below. Let's keep the comments clean, nice and full of the goodwill that I've been talking about. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube because it really does help me out. And you can subscribe for a new video every single Tuesday. So peace and love and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, season's greetings to each and every one of you, and I'll see you all next time on All Top 5s. Ho ho ho.
There you go. That is the old top 5s, 5 Santa Claus origin facts that none of us ever know. Interesting though, like what Santa Claus is and that. I still believe in Santa Claus, even though I'm 30 years old. I still believe in. Doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are, but believe in Santa. Then I believe in Santa. I mean, I always been believing Santa. I was a little child. until now. Now, I mean, that's Christmas. I love Christmas. Time with families, friends. You know, it's not always just about gifts or anything, anything that or nothing like that, but it's about spending time with your family on a special night, Christmas. And yeah. So, anyways, that's all the time I have of this video. My name is Sly. Thank you for watching. And oh yeah, by the way, before I go, I just wanted to say if you guys and girls enjoy this video, give it a like. If you want more videos like this, hit the subscribe button for more videos, and don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos to come. So once again, that's all the time I have of this video. My name is Sly. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed me reacting to all top fives, 5 Santa Claus origin facts. But with all the time, and until next time, Merry Christmas and a happy